we're gonna take it back to the 80s with this artist, but their most recent album is that good. Now full disclosure, everyone. Simple Minds. They obviously have Don't You Forget About Me, but Walk Between Worlds. This is where my knowledge of music gets really crazy. Walk Between Worlds by Simple Minds is a showstopper, incredible record. The album cover is pretty cool too. It's just a guy with like a broken TV thing, like a screen. I gotta tell you guys the truth, as I always will with my viewers and with our viewers. This album. So my first exposure to Simple Minds was obviously Don't You Forget About Me, Alive and Kicking, Once Upon a Time, so the 80s stuff. I listened to their, for some reason, I don't know how I saved this record on my Spotify account. I saved it, and I saved it on my Spotify account, which I have. And I was like, all right, I like the album cover. I'll check it out. I wasn't sure. Holy God. Holy crap, guys. This album was awesome. It is a modern take on the new wave 80s sound with modern production, modern effects, but it's still Simple Minds. There are some great tracks in there like Magic, Summer, the title track Walk Between Worlds. There are some very, 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 very good songs on this album. And I was floored. It's if you could take Muse and put them in the 80s, for those of you who know what I'm talking about, good for you. If you could take Muse from like the 2000s and put them in the 80s and have them keep putting out content for like in the next 30 something years, that's crazy. And it would be something like this. Simple Minds, an 80s new wave band, had this album. I didn't even hear it until I saved it. I was like, whatever. I like the album cover. Let me save it. And then I streamed it not too long ago for the first time. From start to finish, it's so cool. It's like like I said, it's a modern take on the new wave sound of the 80s. It's not 80s sounding, but it's very modern production. But this album is Simple Minds as a band is underappreciated. They still put out music to this day. Like, I'll give you an example. I sent this link from Spotify to my friend, Andrew. Shout out to you. I know he's not watching or listening, but I just want to hear me out for a sec. I sent it to him and I said, hey, stream this. You will not regret this. He's like, who's Simple Minds? And I sent him Don't You Forget About Me. He's like, it's the same band? I said, yeah, that's how out of touch some people are nowadays with certain artists. Like Simple Minds is still pointing out great music to this day and no one cares about it. Because, it's a new Simple Mind. They're only known for Don't You Forget About Me or whatever. That would drive me crazy. That's why I want to do tonight's show, was because there are so many other great albums and songs by these artists that are not hits or not well known in general, and they're just that good. Like the track Summer on this album, Magic, like it's a really, really solid album, and no one has even heard of it in the mainstream because like all they think about is Don't You Forget About Me. Like, Bill, isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. And no, I didn't forget about them.
I mean, I think that they're a really talented. They have a new album coming out soon too. And this album made me want to say, I think I might go see Simple Minds now and Jim Kerr and all them, to go see them live if they're going to tour. Because let's face it, this album is great, but no one has ever heard of it. That's why we're trying to expose them here tonight while you're listening to us. Like, if you're listening to us on Spotify podcast, Simple Minds Walk Between Worlds is a great record. If you're on Spotify listening to us, if you're on podcast listening to us, check out this album on Spotify now. Like, stop listening to us and stream this album. It's that good. Simple Minds. I would go see them because I love this album that much. I was in shock how much I like this album. I mean, and it sound like I said, the sound of it is very modern production, but it's like 80s new wave is back in a modern context. It's a really cool record. And no one's ever heard of it because, Simple Minds, Don't You Forget About Me, whatever. They have that one number one hit song.
Sort of stuck in that niche, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, like they're stuck in like we're known for our Tears for Fears almost is the same way. You know what I mean? Oh, we're
They're
only
sort of
known for
stuck in
two
their
number.
box.
We're stuck in our 80s box where we know if we play the album, if we play Everybody Wants to Rule the World, and if we play Shout, we know we're gonna get a good crowd out of it, a good crowd reaction. But Simple Minds playing stuff off this record, it's incredible. If you have not streamed Simple Minds Walk Between Worlds, get on it. It's that good. Bill, any take for Simple Minds?
Well, I remember a couple weeks ago when we did our artists that you thought were one-hit wonders, but they're not.
Yep.
And I didn't know that Simple Minds had another song until you told me, because I usually know them for "Don't You Forget About Me."
Yeah, they have Alive and Kicking, All the Things She Said, Once Upon a Time. There's three or four of their hits right there. So
Anyway,
I
you
love
ready
this
for mine?
record. But yeah, bottom line, guys, check out Simple Minds Walk Between Worlds if you get a chance. It's really good.